My sister is a pretty famous cosplayer on Onlyfans. She has a lot of followers, so for privacy reasons, I won't be mentioning her name here. However, I do need some advice, so I'll be using a throwaway account just to get things off my chest. At first, of course, I had my second thoughts when she mentioned she wanted to do cosplays and post them on OnlyFans. However, she is my big sister, and I feel like she can make whatever decisions she wants. I've never been the controlling type. She herself offered to do it together. I would take her pictures, she would edit them, and I would be managing the account. Not gonna lie, she is a bit socially awkward, so we both thought it would be best for her if I did all the communication part from my end. I really don't remember when exactly the account went NSFW. I think it just came naturally. Her outfits became more revealing, more and more people started having unconventional requests, and their donations started growing as well. Their requests were nothing too hectic, regular NSFW stuff, and she felt okay with sending them the photos, but I did most of the talking. It was really easy. Since I'm a guy, I knew exactly how to get them hooked and interested. All of them were the same: bathwater, show me your feet, and those kind of creeps. All of them except for this one subscriber, because I really couldn't make out what he was up to. He would always text in this overly polite way with "please," "could you," and such. But the weirdest part was that he was asking me to only text him. He wasn't asking for pictures, videos, voice messages, or anything like that. Because usually that's what most of the people ask from the start, in order to confirm that they're definitely talking to a girl and not some weird dude. All he was asking me for was to text him in a certain way. Sure, he had some sick fantasies like CNC, coercion, yandere, but what made it weird was those role plays were the only things he was asking me about. And he made very good donations on top of that as well. I wasn't sharing any of the chats with my sister, obviously, because as I said, she doesn't enjoy the attention in general. Plus, if she knew what kind of weird things most of her subscribers wanted to talk about, it would make things a lot more weird. She always uses very heavy makeup and wigs, so someone couldn't even recognize her if she were walking down the street. With all the extensions, fake lashes, and such, that's why she's able to enjoy her privacy and be quite popular at the same time. And get a very high pay as well. I mean, she is able to make up to $10K a month, which is way better than what I get by working at a local coffee shop. So, as you would know, me, my sister, and our little dog Bowser live a very nice life. Everything was going relatively fine, until one day she asked me for a favor.
Hey, I want to do a double cosplay, so can you model with me?
Now, this would be a very regular request that I would accept if it weren't for one thing. The character that she wanted me to portray was a girl. Of course, my first reaction was to deny the whole thing, but she basically started crying that it was her dream, that she couldn't ask any of her friends because none of them knew who she was and all that jazz. So, in the end, after hours of begging, crying, and drama, I agreed. It was so weird. The makeup, fake lashes, the wig, the world's most uncomfortable costume. Spending hours to get the perfect shot. That's when I realized I wasn't appreciating my big sis as much as I should have. Not gonna lie, I literally looked like a girl. Plus, I realized through the pictures how much me and my sister looked alike. She seemed really excited and happy for the whole project. I guess it felt really good to finally do shoots with someone else. After she edited the pictures, I posted them and went to work. On a little break, I had decided to finally check the accounts, and that's when things started getting weird.
It's nice to finally see you.
That was the message that I got from the guy who always has to text and never call. I found this text weird. That's weird. Haven't you seen my older pictures?
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about you.
Oh, you like my friend?
Come on, I know that's you.
I really did not know how to reply to that. I just stood there for a good minute or two, contemplating on what to write, and that's when I got a picture. It was me standing in my uniform, looking at my phone.
You look so different in person.
I quickly looked in the direction from where the photo was taken from, but there wasn't anyone there. That's when the phone made a sound.
Over here, silly. You look really cute when you're flustered.
And there was another picture of me from a completely different angle. That's when I realized the pictures were taken from outside of the coffee shop. I ran out and looked around, but I couldn't see anyone in that angle. I didn't know how to feel about all of this, and I had no idea what to reply to the text. After barely catching my breath, I heard the manager yell out my name. Going back the whole time, I felt like someone was watching me. It was a very morbid feeling.
Hey, Anon, someone left this on one of the tables.
How did this man know my name? How was that even possible? The manager just handed me a little cup where our clients usually leave tips for us. It was a small note saying,
Hey, Anon. I know where you work.
I started to feel a bit nauseous. The stalker hadn't simply taken pictures of me from outside, but was in the coffee shop as well. I went for the security cameras and rolled everything back. The table that the note was left on was visible from one of the cameras. At one point, just a few hours ago, I saw a young woman take the chair. Unfortunately, she was sitting back to the camera. However, this made me feel very weird. I could swear I thought the stalker would be a man. I never expected it to be a girl. All I could make out was the black hair. I saw one of my colleagues approach that table. I grabbed my phone to give them a text about who was the woman, but the phone started ringing all of a sudden. I went into the messages and started to feel nauseous again. It was a picture of our house with a text message.
I know where you live, Anon.
My big sister. That was all that was running in my mind. I dialed her phone, and after what felt like an eternity, someone answered. It was a giggle. The voice was for sure a woman's, but definitely not my sister's.
You are pretty reckless for leaving your bag in a public place like that.
And they hung up. I tried to call multiple times, but no one was answering. I went for my bag and found that the keys were missing. All I could do was storm out of the coffee shop, not even giving my manager a decent answer. The texts were coming non-stop from my sister's phone.
I'm in your house, Anon. Your sister isn't really all that pretty. I'm way better. Come over and let's play, Anon. Don't call the police, or I may have to hurt your sister.
And she kept on sending pictures of my room, the living room, my sister's room. I ran as fast as I could and stormed into the house. All I could do was yell my sister's name. The silence made me feel nauseous. I ran up to my sister's room and I could feel my stomach turn. Everything was a wreck. Her whole room was destroyed. Her clothes ripped apart, her wigs as well. On the mirror, everywhere, there were awful things written, like,
Die war! Anon is mine! I hate you! I'm going to kill you! You're dead!
I started yelling for my sister. That's when I heard a little squeak from the wardrobe. The thing is that my sister has a little secret door to her wardrobe where she hides some of her personal stuff. You wouldn't even notice it since it's so small. I opened the handle and there was my sister curled up in a ball, pressing her fingers to her mouth.
Anon, thank God it's you. She kept on yelling that she was going to kill me. She was looking for me everywhere. I managed to hide in here. She is crazy, I swear.
I tried to calm her down, but what she said afterwards was something that made me freeze in place.
The worst part is that our dog Bowser, who always barks at strangers, didn't make a sound. He was playing with her, Anon. And she even took him with her. Bowser always barks at strangers and doesn't let anyone in. You know what this means? Whoever she wasn't a stranger.
All of this was a huge shock to both of us. The police wasn't able to find anything. It was just brushed off like a usual break-in gone wrong. We've never found my sister's phone, nor Bowser. We decided to change cities and shut down her Onlyfans account as well. But up to this day, the worst part is that we can't trust anyone. That person could have been any one of our friends, acquaintances, and we will never know. I constantly feel like I'm being watched. My sister stopped going out altogether. I found a job being a waiter, and it has gotten harder and harder to make ends meet. We can't even afford therapy for now. I honestly don't know what to do.